So let us start with our unit 4, which is an oscillator and a multivibrator. In this, we'll see different oscillators like phase shift oscillator, Wien bridge oscillator, then quadrature oscillator. So let us take one of the numerical or on one of the oscillator. So let's say if such a diagram is asked to identify, so we can very well see there is a bridge where one of the arm is a series combination of R1 and C1, another is a combination of R2 and C2, and in two other arms there is a resistor divider network. Now, many a times this can be asked in various way, like such circuit can be there. So how to identify that one, that whether this is a Wien bridge or like that one, or many a times we get confused how to draw it. So remember friends, this R1 and C1 and R2 and C2 where they meet, that is a junction is connected to the non-inverting end. Similarly, the resistor divider network is connected to the inverting terminal. So in this way, we can remember our Wien bridge oscillator. Now let us come to any of the problem where we are trying to solve this Wien bridge oscillator. Suppose it is asked to design a Wien bridge oscillator for 1 kilohertz, or let's say some 10 kilohertz, whatever it may be. So we'll start with one of the design a Wien bridge oscillator for frequency, let us say 1 kilohertz. Now, what is the given condition that we want a frequency of oscillation as a 1 kilohertz, and what is there in our hand? We know by formula that Wien bridge oscillator gives us the frequency oscillation as 1 upon f is equal to 1 upon 2 pi RC. Similarly, the by means of a Barkhausen criteria for maintaining the loop gain either equal to 1 or greater than 1, we required is loop gain, or we say closed loop gain, to be greater than or equal to 3. So we'll use these two things to design our Wien bridge oscillator. Now what is given? Given is the frequency oscillation is 1 kilohertz. Now we have two unknowns R and C, so we'll have to assume one of the components. So it is better to assume the capacitor, because if the capacitor will come in a different value, that is not possible to purchase. But if I take a standard value of capacitor, we can have the variable resistor, which is easily available. So let us choose some C equals to, let's say, 1 nanofarad. Now I'll put the conditions that 1 kilohertz frequency of oscillation is equal to 1 upon 2 pi R into 1 nanofarad. It gives me the value of R is equal to 1 upon 2 pi. This 1 kilohertz will be here, and this 1 nanofarad I can write like this one. So eventually this will be like 10 to power 3 into 10 to power minus 9. It will be 10 to power minus 6. So bringing this denominator into numerator, it will be just 10 to power 6 upon 2 pi. So if I solve this, I can solve this 10 to power 6 divided by 2 pi. 10 to power 6 divided by 2 into pi, I get a value as something 154.94. So I can say my value of this is 154 point something, or I can say 159.15 kilo. So I can approximate this as a 159, nearly 159. So I have got the value of 159. Now there are various ways to use such a register. Either Many a times we show this as a only 159 for our program, or we can show this as some a resistance of, let's say, standard value some 100k, and in series with that we have certain part which will maintain the variable, will use of this 100k and will maintain this up to some 59k, so that 100 plus 59 it will be 159k. So we have reached to this one, that our value of the register is 159.15k. Now what is required? We require to have the value of this R3 and R4, which we can get by this condition, closed loop gain, and this is possible. Now our AF we want to maintain as 3, so we have 1 plus RF upon R1 to be equals to 3. It gives me RF upon R1 equals to 3 minus 1, that is 2. So I need to maintain RF equals to 2 times R1. If I keep the value of RF equals to some 100k, it gives me R1 equals to 50k. So in this way we will be able to design our Wien bridge oscillator.